everyone. It's been a long time. Don't mind me if I keep looking down. I'm at the point where I have to write everything down before I say it because I kind of forget things as I'm talking. So I'll be going off notes of things that I wanted to tell you like a dork. I just wanted to update everyone because I got tagged a couple of days ago and my partner let me know, and he's like, you should probably talk to people, like people worry about you. And so I just want to I'm awake right now, so I thought I might use this little bit of awakeness to update everyone and let you all know that I'm still here. Don't mind my sniffling. I'm very allergic to my cat, and being shut inside a lot makes it way worse, so I'm constantly sniffling these days. But yeah, I'll be damned if I get rid of my cat, so like, I'm my worst enemy. Alright, so I don't know where I was last time I talked to everyone. The last thing that was happening last year, I was seeing Dr. Talbot at St. George's in Sydney. And so the first thing Dr. Talbot told me is that some people just don't have the constitution for this kind of surgery. Some people's stomachs aren't as pliable. Some people, it's like everyone's different. Everyone's makeup is completely different, and how they react is completely unique. And he, before any tests or anything were done, he said it's likely that I just have a stomach that is naturally less pliable, naturally less elastic, or just a stomach that's just going to have a complete shit fit when you poke it and do things like cut it up. So after a bunch of tests, I had I didn't write it down. It was like a CT scan, but I had to drink stuff and hold it in, and I vomited everywhere like a fair few times, and it was the most painful thing I've done in a while. I can't remember the name of it. Someone else enlightened me. I can't remember. I'll get to that later. I also got a hernia as well, probably from vomiting. So, and he diagnosed me with stenosis, which is like an overgrowth, like a really stiff scar tissue. So what's happening? So I don't know why it's taken this long. So if you remember, the Austin Hospital in Melbourne, where I got this surgery, they told me that I was making it up, that I had an eating disorder that I didn't disclose, that I was crazy, that I should go to an eating disorder clinic, that there was nothing wrong with me, and I was just being a drama queen and taking up resources. No one believed me. They just told me I had to eat more. So I stopped getting help. And if a team of doctors tells you there's nothing wrong, and that you're crazy for long enough, you start to believe them, because they're more qualified. And it turns out that they were gaslighting me for an entire year. There's an entire year of my life that I could have gotten treated for this so much quicker. And these doctors, literally, I was in the too hard basket, and they told me I was crazy. To the point where I was nearly going to spend a lot of money going to an eating disorder clinic. Like, I've got things wrong, but I've never had an eating disorder. I've never had body dysmorphia. That has not ever been an issue for me. And I know this about myself. So Dr. Talbot literally went in, was like, yeah, it's stenosis. You've got and I've got a very large stenosis. It's very big. So basically it's hardening, and like scar tissue. It makes your stomach not pliable. My stomach is twisted. So when food goes in, it basically, there's nowhere for it to go. It comes back out again. My stomach's not expanding to accept the food because the scar tissue isn't letting it. And it's also twisty because scar tissue twists. It doesn't, it's not straight, so it's like bending. So that's been my issue from day one. The surgery went fine. I didn't heal right. And And so food goes in, doesn't expand, gets pushed back out again. So Dr. Talbot rolled up his sleeves, took me on, believed me. I cried like a baby. And also, made it so there's very little out-of-pocket costs for me to start his first avenue of treatment, which was going under and having more stretches done. So I had I think 3 stretches done at the Austin, one of which I had to get resuscitated from. And Dr. Talbot, so I had to travel to Sydney, go under, have these stretches, recover from, like, I'm not really good under anesthetic. I have a really, it's on my notes now. They lady, don't wake up. So the first time I went under there, they were just like, you weren't waking up. So now it's on my record that, like, I'm really highly sensitive to, I don't know, I think they were using, morphine and fentanyl and stuff to put me under. I'm very highly sensitive to opiates. Like, yeah, like anything they use in anesthesia, it knocks me out. I can't take codeine either. It makes me, so I had a bunch of those. The last one was done towards the end of last year. And then I was meant to make another appointment, go back and discuss the notes from my last surgery from Dr. Talbot's said basically they're not getting much luck with the stretches. They've tried to go bigger and bigger each time, and it's not making much difference overall. I'm not getting much improvement. My weight's not going up. I'm not being able to eat more. Like, if there is an improvement, it goes away very quickly. So basically, he's like, yeah, it looks like we're going to have to do surgery, which is a gastric bypass. So basically, what will happen is they will excise the scar tissue. There is a risk of more stenosis. Now I've already had it. Now we know my body does that. It is a high risk. So, and it's also not covered by Medicare because I don't fall into the criteria for weight loss surgery. It's not through the hospital I got it originally done as, because they all think I'm crazy and I'm terrified of going back there. I was really dehydrated. I think it was over Christmas to the point of delirium, and I had a panic attack, in a dehydrated delirium panic attack, and thought of having to go to the Austin and ask for help from people who scoff at me and laugh at me. The things I could say, I was half conscious and they were making fun of me. I was in there once for 2 days with my feeding tube in, and no one came to see me. I didn't have my feeding tube hooked up. I didn't have an IV hooked up. The nurses were absolutely livid and in tears because no doctor would come see me. They think I'm a troublemaker. They think I'm a hypochondriac. They didn't even hook up my IV. They didn't hook up my feeding tube. They left me in cardiac ward for 2 days before seeing me. And when they did see me, they rolled their eyes like, look, it's our favorite patient. And this poor nurse, she was so wonderful. She was in tears. She was fighting so hard, and the doctor kept shutting her down. And when I got discharged, she was grabbing my hands and telling me how sorry she was that no one was. And they're only really, really mean to me when Dev's not around, of course. Tiny little girl, like half out of it, half sensible. Can't say shit. As soon as my 6 foot friggin' 2 boyfriends around, like, no one says a damn word. But I hate that. Like, he hates that. Why the hell do you have to be nice to me when... Anyway, whole other story. So I couldn't afford to go back to Sydney last year, as you can imagine. I couldn't go back for my next appointment, so he said, look, we'll see you again in February. And lo and behold, it's the zombie apocalypse. And travel to Sydney, elective surgeries, everything is just shut down. Plus the risk of travel, me on a plane, I've got literally no immune system. The risk of me, I haven't gone to the GP like since February, even though I should, because I've had to go. Like, I need to. My poor GP, I've got an appointment later on this week, and she's gonna bloody well just hate me because I have like a list of things we need to get done. Now, basically, yeah. So elective surgeries are back on, but I'm a very complicated case, and I keep calling up, and they're like, oh, Dr. Talbot will be in touch when he's got the time to look over your things and to see you. Plus, flights at the moment, there's not very many, and they're very, very expensive. We'd have to drive up. I can't sit in a car for that long. I can't. Even with, I have like a hemorrhoid cushion because I've got no muscles and no fat, so I sit on my tailbone. So it's really uncomfortable. Even if I move to my hip, then I'm sitting straight on my hip. Like, I can't sit for 10 and a bit hours on a drive up or on a train. So the flight's the only sort of thing to do, and one, very, very high risk for me getting sick, and two, it's so expensive, there's not very many flights. So it's basically, they said probably towards the end of the year, maybe beginning of next year, for Dr. Talbot. And so that leaves sort of me at this limbo, this purgatory. I'm sort of, it's like literally it's an effort to stay between 44 and 46 kilos. As you can see, I'm inside. Our heating's on between, I think, like 18, 19 degrees. I've got polar fleece blankets. I've got 3 tops on. I'm constantly cold, and so I can't regulate my body temperature very well. I thought it wouldn't get worse. It has slowly, like, just the quality of days. I don't have very many usable hours anymore. I used to be able to do a little bit of gardening or make a terrarium, or I look outside and it's just unfathomable to do. I can't imagine being that person. I laugh at that person thinking that couldn't get worse. It can. So I've got a list here. What have I forgot? So, but I'm seeing an osteopath at the moment because I've been getting a lot of back pain. I thought it was just because I've been laying down and sleeping way too much. It turns out I've got a lot of pre-existing issues and this very arched back, and that compiled with the fact that, it sounds silly, my legs are too heavy for my body. So when I lie down, it puts like this weight on this one point in the arch of my back, because I've got no muscle mass or fat. My legs can't support themselves when I lay down all the time, so I have to, I have this like semicircle pillow I have to put under my knees to take the weight off my back, so when I'm in bed for 4 or 5 days, I don't wake up like in crippling pain. My memory loss, some days are okay, and some days, like, I'll be talking and I can't remember that I was talking. I hear my voice and I'm like, is that my voice? And then they're like, yeah, you're talking, and I have no idea why I was talking, what I was talking about. I blank. I sleep a lot, probably 4, sometimes 5 days out of the week. I'm asleep all day. I'll be awake for maybe 2 or 3 hours. I can't regulate energy. My vitamin B levels are I just got nothing. I ache, and I've just pains in my joints from sleeping. I get bruised just on a whim. My muscle wastage has gotten worse because I'm even less on my feet now. I don't leave the house hardly at all. Don't barely get out of bed, so it's gotten worse. Sometimes it's a battle for calories versus nutrients. I can get some calories in if I eat, like, suck on lollies and stuff like that, but there's no nutrient value. But if I try and get like soups in, like nutrients in, I'm like battling to get enough calories in. So there's that. Through the whole pandemic thing, like all my friends were bitching, I was stuck inside, going insane. I'm like, oh, mate, I've been training for this. This is my time to shine. Didn't bother me at all. Stayed inside, basically, like I have been. Listen to everyone bitch and just roll my eyes and dark laughter. But yeah, very susceptible. Haven't been to the doctor like I should have. And also putting off. It's delayed any sort of way forward for this, which is really hard mentally. Just always cold, always. Now winter's here. I can't warm up. I'm literally so cold all the time. I can't regulate my temperature at all. My nails are still soft. Hair is still terrible, which is why it's short. I got bored during the lockdown and dyed it orange to try and make myself happy. No complaint. I'm still trucking on with this insurance claim for disability, and I've got to relodge NDIS. I've got to we've got to get a referral to the public dental because I've basically been vomiting every day for 2 years. I've got the teeth of a teenage bulimic. I used to have fantastic teeth, and now they're sort of a bit yellow and there's cracks. Like they're very sensitive now, just because of constant exposure to bloody stomach acid and no damn nutrients. I don't remember when people would text me or email me or tag me in things. I don't remember. If I don't do it straight away, and I say I'm going to do it, I'll forget and it won't get done. Like if Dev says, "Have you taken your meds today?" I have to go take them straight away. If I say, "Oh no, I'll do it later," he knows that I'll space and I won't take them because I won't remember. I don't remember when I shower. Dev has a roster on the fridge, so we know when I've showered, when I've had meds. It literally says shower, tash meds, tash food. Because Dev's under so much pressure. My fucking damn bare human saint of a thing. I don't know why he does it. He does more and more, and I've been able to do less and less. And he must get so alone and feel like he's in this by himself sometimes. And he's because he's under so much pressure. Sometimes he forgets stuff, which is why we have the roster. We really need help. He runs a whole house and a business, and me. He's just one human, and it literally breaks my heart every day that I see him struggle. I get so angry at myself. I feel like I let him down just by being me. Currently, I'm just slowly losing more and more usable hours. I'm just slowing down. It's horrible, like watching myself just lose more and more independence, lose more and more just life. I just sleep, just a lot of sleep, or just like half asleep. Sometimes I'm awake for an hour and then I'm just so exhausted I have to nap. Like if I do anything, it just drains me within an hour. I try and pitch in, maybe pick up some laundry off the floor, and then I'll get head spins and have to lie down. I'm just useless. I'm seriously tits on the ball. I'm just waiting. That's all I'm doing, if anyone was wondering. I'm just trying to stay perky and take what I can from what I've got. And I do, mostly. Luckily, I'm one of those ridiculous people that like to live in the moment and spontaneity and don't plan a damn thing. But I try not to think about it because it makes me angry. I don't like feeling angry. I don't like feeling powerless. I don't like acknowledging how just dismal and shit it is, because no one likes to think like that, and I've got to live like this for how knows long. Like, when I have bad times, I scream and cry, and I'll cry for 3 days, and then I'll be severely dehydrated for another 3. Yeah. Stenosis, less than 2% chance. Like it's not even something that they talk about when you go in for surgery. Like, what do they talk about? Infection and like staple line leaks. That's like the two. Of course, bloody well left field smacked in the face with some weird rando freaking side effect. If I get down to 42, the Austin have said they'll put in another tube in me. Apparently, they're like, for your height, like, once you hit 42, then we'll get another tube in. I don't even know if I can get the gastric bypass. I don't want anyone else touching my bloody guts except for bloody Dr. Talbot. After all this shit, like, ain't no randos fucking going to town down there anymore. So I'd want Dr. Talbot to do it, which would be in Sydney. Sydney doesn't even have a public list, and I don't qualify for it in Victoria anymore. So the ballpark figure is between 20 and 30,000. And the only way I'm getting that is if my disability insurance is approved, which has been going on for like 2.5 years now. And if I can't get that, it's basically too bad, so sad. And there's a big chance of that, and I don't want to think about that at all. It's not life. Like, you do your best with what you got, but sacrificing everything that makes you human. You can only live like that for a certain amount of time. Yeah. But when I am awake, I try and do like one thing. I'll try and make dev eggs on toast to say thank you. Or I'll get out find my polymer clay and like make some earrings, or take some Polaroid pictures of my dumb cat. I paint my numbers really dumb, like corny ass portrait like that I got of like me and my cat from bloody a Facebook ad ages ago. And the good thing is, like, you can always put down a paint by numbers and pick it up again. It's like really easy. So like I'm chipping away at this huge, ridiculous, dumb portrait of me and my cat that I'm gonna like frame in some gaudy frame and put over the mantelpiece, just because I can. Trying to fill my life with stuff, because a lot of stuff got taken out of it and it was very empty, and I was very aware of that emptiness. So little things, just little stuff, and trying not to be hard on myself on the days that I can't do anything. So yeah, I hope everyone is still here listening to me rant and bloody mopey Sally Sadsack, but I'm here, and if I don't write back, it's because literally I probably put my phone down for 2 seconds and then forgot I even got a notification. Dev's probably very soon going to have to take over my email and messages and stuff, because people like my family get in touch with me and I forget, or like the insurance people or my doctors, and it's just he has to have more control. I have to relinquish more control. Yeah, but I'm still here, and I'd love to be able to give people good news. I'd love to be able to tell everyone that I'm cured and I'm better and doing wonderful things and my life's back on track. And I just don't like giving people shitty, sad news, or life's hard enough. You guys will have your own shit. Don't want to be Debbie Downer. But yeah, I'm still here, and and hopefully there's a way out. I know there is, but it's just whether I can get there, I guess. But keep trying. That's all you can do. Just keep at it. I hope you've all got wonderful, crazy dyed hair from being locked inside during quarantine and have come up with ridiculous, crazy, mushy food inventions to get through the hard stages of surgery. I'm still addicted to bloody electrolyte waters. These little I found my go-to protein thing. It's like from Woolies. It's like this big. It's like a tiny kid size, so I can nearly finish a whole one without it getting warm. And it doesn't have that protein taste like at all. I've tasted 1,000,001 protein things. They've always got that like thick, like almost chalky taste, that protein shake taste. And this one just tastes like banana milk. It just tastes like a banana Big M. I love it, and it's got fiber in it as well, which is, as we know, very important. I think it's like 12 grams of protein, and I think it's like 128 calories for the whole thing. I freaking love it, and we just call it Nani milk. I think it's called Boost. I think it's just like this big, and it just tastes like Nani's. It just tastes like banana Big M, and like it. Yeah, I love it so much. What else? Pear and prune baby food. It's like a lifesaver. You know why. I think my new record is like a week and a half without bathroom times. People are just used to me screaming and yelling and cursing in the bathroom now. No one even asks if I'm okay. It's just a given that I'm just going to curse in the bathroom. What else? Just microwave meals sometimes, like because they're always very mushy. If you don't get the pasta ones, sometimes you can get there's like a healthy. It's not a healthy choice one. I can't remember which one it is, but it's like I can't really eat the chicken in it. Sometimes it gets me, but it's got like mashed sweet potato, but it's like purple sweet potato, and it takes me like 2 days to eat it. But the mashed purple sweet potato is pretty good. If I like mush it up and don't let it get hard. Applesauce with cinnamon on it, always a go-to. Woolies have just brought out some new pre-made like soups in their fridge section. They've got like broccoli, zucchini, like pea soup, which I put a bit of yogurt in, and I'm a big fan of. And there's some new sachet like instant soups that have got like fiber and protein in them. I think it's like they're about $2 each, and there's like brown like raw cardboard looking like like sachets, and they have like beetroot, tomato, amaranth, and hemp protein ones. They're just in the instant soup section. I'll take a photo if anyone's interested. But that's about it. Like I can eat a little bit, but definitely nothing heavy. Rices, pastas, breads. Eat a lot of lollies. It's empty calories, but sometimes like you just need to get up. Like, and I haven't eaten much for like 3 days. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm gonna eat the jelly frog. As always, the more processed food is, the easier it goes down, which is horrible because I get there's even less nutrients. I'm nutrient deficient, malnourished anyway. Like, sometimes you just do it for calories because you're trying to get up. Yeah. Still haven't figured that out. Probably should see a dietitian again. One that doesn't trigger me and tell me that I'm making shit up, and just eat more food and stop being a princess. Yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone's well, and I hope everyone's getting back outside after lockdown, and I hope they picked up a really weird new skill like sourdough bread, or like pottery, or charcoal sketching, or bloody bonsai trees, making terrariums. I don't know. I hope you've learned something wonderful and made use of the time that you're stuck inside. I can completely feel with you. I'm not going to lie, maybe a little bit jealous that everyone's lockdown got to end and mine doesn't. All right, stay lovely, stay wonderful, stay golden, beautiful human beings, and thank you so much for giving a shit. I feel like I get more and more invisible every day, and I never know what to do when people notice me anymore. I get very uncomfortable and awkward. Thank you for noticing. Love you all. Stay pretty. Love you.